Jamaica has been known as a athletic powerhouse since the days of Herb McKinley, Arthur Wint, Roden, and went through Donald Quarry, Berth Cameron, and need I say anything about Asafa Powell, Ewan Blake, Usain Bolt, Veronica Campbell Brown, Sharika Jackson, Merlene Otier said, Dion Hemmings. I cannot speak about Jamaica's track and field prowess without looking at how things have developed from the high school level and how some of the athletes have decided to be and remain in Jamaica to train and have done very well. Some people may argue that the new phenom, Tia and Tia, Tia and Tina Clayton, should have gone overseas to be trained by overseas coaches. One and two, they should not have left high school to become professionals. I argue that this should not be the case. You have a gift, and you never can tell when that gift dissipates or when it stops, so therefore take all your opportunities while you're alive and doing well. So today I want to look at the hostile takeover by Tia and Tina Clayton. Some saying like, share, and subscribe to this channel that I continue to provide with trust information for you to use to make decision. No, I'll slow down. I remember when Tia and Tina Clayton decided to go professional, that they were going to the MVP track club. How I lauded the move and said the move was a spectacular one of greatness and that I would be expecting to see much more from them in the future. And in the same breath, I was looking at myself and I'm saying to myself, based on the athletes that have been taken by Stephen Frano Francis historically, the athletes who seem to do extremely well are not necessarily those that did extremely well while they were in high school. And I wondered to myself whether this means that Tia wouldn't have overtaken Tina. And I alluded to that in a number of the presentations that I made. That I think apart from these twin sisters going to be doing extremely well, that Tia may be the rising horse in the situation or the thoroughbred in this case. Some person may not have agreed, and some person not going to agree with what I'm saying. No. But I believe that these twin sisters are here to take over. They're not going to take over manly. It's a hostile takeover that they are doing of female track and field, particularly the 100 meters, and possibly this may extend to the 4 by 1 and the 200 meters. But what I do know is not a mild takeover, but a hostile one. If you see what Tia and Tina Clayton did recently, it marks the hostile takeover that will be happening in the sport in a short while. Will these two young ladies dominate the Olympics, upcoming Olympics? There's a possibility. Will they dominate the 2025 World Games? It's highly possible. But what I do know is that these young ladies, twin sisters, Tia and Tina Clayton, has hostile taken over women's track and field, and that there's going to be no letting go of the top tier posts that they're going to take in the sport. Has Shelley died? Has Sharika Jackson watered down into the abyss, far in the background? And I'm saying no. Shelley and Sharika are going to be up there competing against these twins. These twins are going to be here to stay, and they are going to set records like Marilyn Joyce Otti, Dion Emmons, Grace Jackson, Sharika Jackson, and I think they're going to outdo none other than Shellyan Fraser Price. These girls are hungry to prove themselves right. And whenever that occurs in an individual who wants to win, who knows what it is to win, they are difficult to defeat after they have gotten a taste of the international arena, understand it. And when you understand clearly, in Tia's first international exposure, she was placed among the top 10 fastest women over 100 meters in her first time. And I think if she had, or she was better prepared in terms of how to run the rounds, she could have been placed in the top 5. But for what that was worth, she did remarkably well. But that's what I'm discussing. I'm actually showing you the trajectory of what is actually happening and showing you that these twin sisters are not idly going to sit by and wait their turn to do anything whatsoever. In fact, these twin sisters have hostility taken over women's track and field from 2025 and beyond. And they are going to be difficult to beat, the ones to beat, even with Liston and the other young women coming up. They are going to be the stars of Jamaica track and field in the future. And I'm saying they have hostility taken over track and field. You may not see it, but I'm saying to you, examine the situation, analyze the case, and recognize whether my argument is potent, whether there is merit to what I am saying. These young ladies did not take their time, tap at the door, and place far, then closer, then in the mix. These young ladies have actually left high school, won trial for the Olympics, gotten in, and now on top. That in itself is hostile takeover. That is hostile takeover. I want a discussion with you and I whether they have hostile taken over the track and field, women track and field, that is, from here 2025 and beyond. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide with trusted information for you to use to make decision. We need to have a discussion on these twins. Are they the future face of Jamaica women's track and field? And have they hostile taken over the women's track and field space?